Hey, and thanks for coming back to Real Estate Jumpstart. In this video, I'm going to be going over, is wholesaling ethical? Okay, this is a question that people ask all the time. Is it ethical to wholesale a house? And the answer is yes, but I am going to answer it this way as well. It also can be unethical in the way that you wholesale. So let me explain. Wholesaling is, and like many of you who are watching this know, but this is whenever you get a house under contract with the intent to sell that contract to a new buyer. So example would be you get a house for $100,000 and then you are going to sell that contract, okay, to that house for $110,000 to a new buyer, and then at settlement, the new buyer works with the old seller and they purchase the house. So then you make $10,000, okay? That doesn't sound too bad, right? Well, here's where it can get a little hairy, okay? It can get a little unethical depending on how you explain everything. Many times new wholesalers or even experienced wholesalers, they go into this house and they say, hey, I'm going to purchase your house. I'm going to buy your house for $100,000. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to buy this house, okay? And they keep saying, I'm going to buy it. Well, then in reality, they get the house under contract and then they upsell it for $20,000, maybe $30,000 to a new buyer. Well, what happens is at settlement, a new person shows up that the seller has never seen, and they see at settlement that they originally had their house for $100,000 and there's a new buyer buying it for $120,000. Well, this is where things get a little bit of a problem. The wholesaler never explained that a new person was going to buy it and a new person was going to buy it for more money. Okay, so I've seen this happen. I've seen deals fall apart because you weren't honest. Okay, this is where it is ethical. You go into this house, right? And I'm going to keep using this $100,000 house, for example. You go in and you say, hey, I know somebody who is interested in purchasing your property, okay? And what I would like to do is, if you're okay with it, I can guarantee you $100,000 if I can find a buyer. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show it to a couple investors I know and that I work with, and I'm going to try to upsell it a little bit. This is how I make my money. And if you're cool with that, I'd love to just schedule a couple people to look at it, and I think I can get you your $100,000. Well, this has worked really, really well for me personally whenever I wholesale, because I tell the seller, I'm going to show your house to somebody else, and this new person is going to come in and they're going to actually buy their house for more money. It's part of the service that I do. My service is marketing this property for them so they can sit back and they don't have to keep showing it to new people they don't have relationships with, they don't trust. I build that trust. I build the relationships there, and then I market the property for them. It really is a good service for somebody whose house they might have a hard time listing on Zillow or on Realtor.com because their house is so run down. So what I do is I will get that house under contract. I'll work with the seller, tell them that I'm showing it to a new investor. The new investor will look at the house, or sometimes my investors won't even look at it because they trust me. And then I'm able to assign that contract to a new buyer. They know everything that's happening, and at settlement, everybody's happy. I've had this happen multiple times where the person who is selling the house thanked me that I was able to sell it to a new buyer because they didn't even think they were able to sell it at all. So if you're honest in telling them what you're doing, it is not unethical at all. And in fact, it's actually super ethical because you are providing a service for somebody whose house they may not have ever thought they were able to sell. So stay tuned for more videos on Real Estate Jumpstart. Please like and subscribe to our channel. If you have any more questions, go ahead and write a comment and I'd be excited to hear from you. Thank you.